So, yeah, welcome back to the MCW Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year,
Just to explain once again why we're wearing
Our
this.
festive attire.
Yes,
we have big plans later.
Yeah, that's right.
Later. I'm still partying. That's why I'm still.
That's why we have plans later, Mike.
Oh, did you include me in these plans? I'm
no.
not invited. I'm not invited.
Okay, I have my own plans.
Come on, man.
No offense, I have my own plans.
Okay, she ain't invited us.
That's why she didn't answer my invite. She wasn't interested.
I did.
Okay.
Well, you know, I didn't want to be rude.
I would have said going if I was invited.
Well, that's beside the point.
Come on.
But we need to talk about what we're talking about today.
On this podcast?
On this podcast.
There's a lot to talk about on this podcast.
So what we got coming up, Tara, we have the interview with Bruiser that's coming up right next.
That's right.
Right, so this is an upcoming break.
He's going to be here?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
He's a big man.
Try to control yourself.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm excited, man.
You're one of his fans.
I might need to get an autograph.
Just don't tell
Try to
him.
control yourself.
Don't tell him what I said about his music, okay?
I'll try not to say anything about his music.
Thank you.
Bang.
Thank you.
Hey,
what'd you say about my music?
Hey, no. He's already here.
He's here. He's in the green room waiting to come in.
Do I detect someone getting a little scared?
That's scared, but just a little scared.
Good thing you're wearing red, because there might be blood coming down.
Okay, that's magenta.
Magenta?
Thank you. It's also like the same color as her hair, Mikey. Come on, respect our host.
I like her hair better than I like your vest.
That's ridiculous.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what I would say.
What else are we talking about?
What else are we talking about? We have an interview that me and Mikey conducted backstage at New Year's Mayhem with Mandy Leon, the woman of honor, the queen of honor.
Queen of honor.
Yes, and we also have an interview with my king, your ex, Andy Leon.
Can we not talk about that? I mean,
The
I think,
King McBride.
Brian, we
The
all
King
have
McBride.
exes, right?
We do.
I mean...
And they ditched just to get some sandwiches, but more on that later.
They ditched you to get sandwiches.
Yeah,
but after that...
You ditched me too. You probably went and got sandwiches without me.
They were delicious.
I was hungry.
And the New Year's Mayhem recap.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that. And a little bit of seasoning on top of the steak. We're going to talk about the Winter Blast Tour.
A little bit? How about a lot?
Oh, all right, fine.
4 dates, MCW Pro Wrestling in January. 4 different locations.
Let's get to that point. But right now, we got to take a break, right?
That's right, we're going to take a break.
Already?
Already, I know.
I got to make sure Bruiser's okay out there, man.
Well, you better make sure I'm okay because he's back there listening.
When we come back, we will have our guest Bruiser here in the studio, and he will have plenty to say to the MCW fans and to you, of course.
Are you interested in a career in professional wrestling? Well, let the MCW Pro Wrestling Training Center provide you with the fundamental skills needed to succeed in the world of professional wrestling. We provide beginners, intermediate, and advanced classes that focuses on physical fitness, in-ring training, promo skills, and more. For more information, visit mcwprowrestling.com to find out when the next classes will begin.
Hello MCW fans, I'm Tara, and I'm joined here with Deacon Storm and Mikey D, and we are here for the MCW Pro Wrestling Podcast, and we're also joined today by our special guest, the Bruiser, former MCW Heavyweight Champion 10 times over.
He should be the MCW Heavyweight Champion right now. I'm just putting that out there. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
Storm.
I'm going to talk... No, don't.
Storm.
Don't do that. You didn't see that last episode. I don't think. So yeah, Bruiser, welcome to the MCW Pro Wrestling Podcast. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me. Come on,
Appreciate
man.
that.
What's up there, Mikey?
Take a little bit of that. No, there's some of that.
That was hard, man.
Yeah, it was a little...
I already had some of that.
I think he...
Oh,
bringing the controversy.
And this is the podcast.
Yes. Mikey, I'll let you get started, man, since you got so much to say.
Well, we got a lot to talk about. Happy New Year, by the way, to everybody. We appreciate you. We hope you had a great holiday. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening.
Look, we said that at the top of the show already.
I'm wishing you a Happy New Year because I didn't get to say it. So what would you like me to talk about? Because I'd like to talk about New Year's Mayhem.
Look at the guy to your left.
What are we here for, guys? Like, you guys here to, like, BS back and forth with each other?
I'm trying to get you on the ball here.
What is your job here? You just sit here? These two guys yell at each other wearing bow ties.
We are wearing bow ties.
We're looking
pretty good.
You know what?
I'm still partying for New Year's, man. That's why I'm here.
I'll get started. So I'll be the professional one here, Mr. Bruiser.
No. Hold on. What's the outfits for?
Oh,
let's shoot straight.
New Year's.
Still partying from New Year's. That's where I'm coming from.
I never stop partying.
Still partying from New Year's.
I never stop partying. You know that.
Right.
Oh yeah,
You've seen it.
Facebook profile.
Always on
chicks
tour.
everywhere.
Yeah.
My God. Did we have to say that? I don't even know.
Well, I mean, we say AF. You can go AF.
You said that last time on the last podcast.
Yeah.
Let me bring this back to professional.
What is this thing?
That is our microphone.
Wireless.
You're going to get really close to it. It's going to get really loud.
This thing works?
Oh, yes.
That's really expensive.
It's really expensive.
Right
That's
there.
podcast on it too. That's
It does have
MCW
podcast.
experience.
No. It does not.
What are we talking about? The Caps?
The Caps are doing well.
What's
First
up,
place,
Bernie?
by the way. The Ravens aren't doing so well. I don't know if you brought that up yet, but they made the playoffs, so congratulations.
Congratulations,
to the Ravens.
yeah.
Hey, the Bruiser's here. Let's talk to the Bruiser.
What do you guys want to talk about?
So-
you come here just to BS with me?
No. Well,
I mean, that's cool. I got time.
you came back to New Year's Mayhem. Let's talk
Came
about that.
back. New Year's Mayhem.
Came back.
Looking for my 11th time MCW title run.
You were looking for it,
Had it.
and I thought everybody thought you had
Tapped out. Bell rang.
He tapped out twice, Mikey.
Bell up high.
He was the cartel got involved. Every single one of them. One of them ringing a bell. One of them pulling the referee out. Everybody got
That
involved.
little hussy.
Yeah.
That little hussy. What's her name? Portia.
Portia, yeah.
Portia. So her name's not Hussy.
At first, I was talking about Becky.
No!
I was like, Becky's wonderful.
Is an Becky. Shout out to Becky. She's an extremely awesome official. She had it under control.
I was just confused for a
The entire cartel got out of
Talking
control.
about the porch hussy, Portia.
Ooh, yeah, she was a little...
That's strong.
That is strong.
And it should be, because this isn't right. We should have the 11-time MCW heavyweight champion sitting right here, next to Tara, next to me, right now.
Where's Phil Stamper at?
I haven't heard from him in a while.
Either
Since the
have
first
I.
episode. Since the first
Either have I. I haven't heard from him since I was screwed over.
Is he avoiding your calls?
Man.
Is he avoiding your calls, Bruiser?
He is avoiding my calls.
You think he's being paid off by the cartel? Let's be honest. Let's just be honest right now.
I know Phil Stamper for a long time. I don't think that's
That would be smart on the cartel's part.
See?
But what would you like to see Phil Stamper do?
Yeah.
What would I like to see Phil Stamper do? Well, my boy Brandon Scott already has a shot at Dante on January the 18th at Winter Blast, right here at the MCW Arena.
Not to talk about Winter Blast.
I can't get my hands on Dante
Not yet.
on January 18th.
No.
So, what I'm thinking maybe January 18th is maybe I can have... We're probably about the same weight.
There's like 600 of them though. They don't.
It's okay.
They don't go away. They just keep coming in over and over and over.
Do you see the confidence of this man?
Of course.
The confidence of this man.
Have you ever seen me swing a chair?
Yeah, I did.
I've heard it.
I did.
Yeah. I mean, I'll bring chairs.
It's loud.
I'll bring tables. I'll bring ladders. I'll bring kendo sticks. I'll bring chains. I'll bring whatever I have to. I will destroy each and every member of the cartel.
But still, it's a numbers game with them. I mean, they will have you outnumbered.
I'm not scared.
He got some help at the end of New Year's Mayhem, though. There were some people on the Bruiser side. You saw this, including ECW Hardcore Original Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah.
And we did get a little receipt on the old porch hussy, huh?
Yeah.
Little
receipt came across.
Remember that time? Oh, sorry. No.
Oh!
That's not, when you were rolling with that Weinberg cat and you tried sticking your nose in the wrong business, and you felt some wrath, right?
Yeah,
How was that?
I do remember.
Yeah.
I remember. And
Shout out to Andy Weinberg.
Yes.
So it's
You shout out to Andy Vine.
So we got a hold of the Porsche, you know, and I threw over the old knee. And Tommy was sitting there and he didn't want to do it. But the good people at Perry Hall High School, you know, they wanted to see it.
They wanted to
didn't
see
wanna do
her
it.
get taken to the woodshed.
He wound up the old kendo stick, you know, with a cracked old Porsche on the old behind.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. This ain't the liquor store, is it? What's in that bottle?
No. That is clear liquid. It is
I want to make this clear.
As a
He was
female.
not invited.
He's
She
not
was.
invited.
Well, I know shit, man. I know how you roll.
Well, yeah,
I know
yeah,
shit. I was not invited to this. What?
It's a little old for you, but I know you got it.
Goodness.
Woo! Okay, so moving on with that.
Thanks,
I would get back to that title match that happened at New Year's Mayhem.
Go ahead.
You had an injury. You took about roughly 6 months off. On the last episode of the podcast, I questioned the ability that you had, mostly because I wasn't sure if this was a smart idea to take this match, like, coming right back. Like, just not, I said to Mikey, I was like, maybe there's a couple of knuckleheads out there who can give you that practice real quick. Get your the joints lubed up a little bit,
Yeah.
and then you take your shot at El Jefe.
I mean, you think I was, like, sitting at home like you?
No, oh man.
What I tell you?
I mean, look.
What I tell you?
I mean, come on, brother. Yeah, I was training every day.
Did you think he was just sitting at home doing
I get it. This is what I'm saying. But obviously, he proved me wrong. You did your thing at New Year's Mayhem.
And I'm not going to lie to you. Right here on the MCW podcast. What is it called?
Podcast.
The MCW podcast.
Just podcast.
Just podcast.
Just podcast.
Yes.
On the old podcast here. I was blown up. I was gassed.
That's a shoot right there, ladies and gentlemen.
I was gassed. I couldn't breathe. You know what I mean? But I still kept it going because all the training in the world doesn't keep you in shape to be in that ring. To be in that ring and doing your thing with the people going nuts and your energy's flying and you're, man.
Oh, yeah.
I was gassed.
I totally.
But I still had enough in the tank.
Yeah. Not only to make him tap out.
Don Dante.
Not
tapped out twice.
Yeah, tapped out twice. That's what I was going to say. You made him tap
twice.
2 times.
I was flabbergasted at the actions of the cartel.
You were flabbergasted.
I was flabbergasted.
I don't think you were.
I was,
I think he saw it coming.
I saw it coming. I saw it coming. I did call it in the last episode.
I think all of
I wanted to see. I wanted the year to end, just because I like controversy. I wanted the year to end on a positive note. Bring in a new year, new me, new year, new champion.
Oh, that's lame, brother.
Come on.
That's lame.
He wanted to hear your theme music playing. Bang!
Hey,
come on now.
Everybody likes this theme music.
I love it.
Oh my God.
I'm a huge fan.
Don't put me on the spot like this.
I know, I've seen you.
I'm going to put you on the spot again.
Bang.
Because,
I've seen you.
I know you do a lot of work for MCW, and I know you were really close by while the cartel was running in and doing all that stuff there at the end.
I mean,
so if you were to sit here like man to man with me and talk to me, maybe why couldn't you maybe like set a camera down and like
I wasn't manning the camera. I was sitting next to the music table, just kind of keeping my eye on things. That's all. I had to make sure I took good notes, positive notes for the MCW Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Wait, are you saying you needed help?
Yeah.
No. I never need help.
Oh, okay.
I see what he's saying. There's some insinuations being thrown across the short table. I get it.
It's a very short.
It is a very short table.
Hey, we're crammed in here.
We are using it wisely.
The camera adds space. That's why we're cramped. But aside from that, no, I wasn't by the camera. I was sitting there taking notes, sitting right next to you, talking notes.
He is flustered. You should have made some impact.
You sit at the sound table with my main man Skip.
Sitting right next to Skip.
Yeah.
And I was just keeping my eye on things. I listened to 8 different versions of Man in the Box that night, so it was.
Tommy figured that out too.
Yeah,
Tommy Dreamer called it out.
It was a great night.
It was a great night.
Happy.
We got to thank Perry Hall High School, by the way, because that was a great time. First time there. We got to go back there.
Yep.
They want us to come back. They want us to come back. When we were packing up at the end of the night, multiple people came up and said, "Please come back again. This was
because
great."
MCW brings it. Man.
That's very true.
That's what we do.
We bring the Bruiser.
We
bring the Bruiser.
And he brings the pain.
It's about what comes with the Bruiser, man. It's this house that we built together. This team effort, this family organization of MCW Pro Wrestling that delivers all the time.
You're right. And what comes up, you're right. What comes along with it, but what I'm asking is it possible that you can stop bringing that theme music with you?
No.
It's like drilled right in my head. I listen to it all week long. I have access to the files.
He's got 1,000 people following that music.
It's on Apple Music somewhere.
Following him to the ring.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
playing it for the girls.
I'm sure. And they're probably completely underwhelmed when you don't deliver. I don't know if you
Storm.
Not like you, sir. Not like you.
Intensity all the time.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Mikey, ask another question so the spotlight's on me.
Just got to take it back off you. So you want the entire cartel?
The entire cartel.
So
even the hussy.
Even the hussy. But are you still on that path to get the MCW Heavyweight Championship back for the 11th time once you've taken care of the rest of the cartel?
I mean, like, if we're being honest here, like, is there a #1 contender out there, like, better than me? Like, is there somebody else that has a resume like me? Is there somebody else that can bring it like me?
I'm going to say no to all of that.
I have to be honest.
I mean, we can go. You can put me as the number 10 contender, and I can go run through the other 9 guys to get back to Don Dante. I don't care. Well, it could be anybody you put in my path.
Well, let's not look too far ahead, because as of right now, Brandon Scott has that opportunity.
Brandon Scott has as good a chance as anybody to beat Don Dante, as long as the cartel doesn't stick their nose in his business. And maybe I'll be watching Brandon Scott's back. January 18th.
Hey, that's good. So now the question begs. I don't mean to cut you off. I know you would say. Now the question begs. What if Brandon Scott does win? You have his back. He raises that title up.
As soon as he raises it up, I'm gonna spin him around T-Bone and lock him.
Oh man, you hear that, Brandon?
I love you, Brandon.
You hear that,
brother? It's about the gold.
That is taking advantage of a situation. Now, what I was going to ask was, what would you like to see done on the part of maybe Phil Stamper to deal with the cartel? You know, because they obviously are a problem for you, but that doesn't mean that you're the only person that they're going after. So what would you like to see happen to the cartel going into the new year?
I mean, if Phil can't grant me my wish, January 18th, to give me all the cartel, maybe the next night in Hollywood we can set the ring up that you can put those 4 steel walls around and all the cartel inside the cage, and we can lock the door and have some fun.
I hear MCW is bringing a steel cage to the Winter Blast Tour. I've seen that on MCW marketing. So,
you think it's happening, Mikey?
I think it could happen.
You think it's gonna happen, Bruiser? You think this is for you? This cage for you?
I'd love it. I'm no stranger to the cage match.
Hey, well, maybe Phil's got some plans for you.
So maybe Phil Stamper, Phil, answer your phone. Answer your phone. I know what the bitch button's like. You know what I mean? 2 rings right to voicemail. Come on, Phil. Come on, Phil.
Is this podcast PG?
You allowed to say that?
Well, TV-14.
TV-14 now.
TV-14.
That's okay. Bleep it out if you need to.
Bitch button, bitches. Hey, you know what I mean?
TVMA.
I think the Winter Blast Tour, belongs to the Bruiser. By the end of this tour, I think the cartel are going to be completely laid out, all 600 of them, and it very well could happen, whether it's Brandon Scott, Dante Caballero, it doesn't matter. We could see a new MCW heavyweight champion right here.
11 times, huh?
11 times.
I mean, that's got a good ring here for the old, was it 2K19 now?
2K19.
Yeah,
that's what they'll say on the video game. So yeah, 2K19.
Well, not to play the devil's advocate here, but I kind of have to. You know, being a 10-time winner also means you are a 10-time loser.
Whoa.
So, you know, maybe Dante Caballero is not that threatened because he knows that you have lost in the past.
Dante beat me. Dante beat me with his finisher. He ripped my head off and put me on the shelf for 6 months.
Okay. So maybe he's not that worried.
Yep, maybe he's not. But maybe he is. Maybe he is, because he knows what happens when I put my hands on him. He knows what happens when I lock these pipes around his neck and I squeeze the life out of him and he taps like a little...
He used it once. You did it already. I mean, can he say it twice?
He taps like his little hussy. He taps like his little hussy, and then he calls for the troops, and then all the cartel comes running in. So unless we put a little cage up and we get inside that cage, I probably don't stand a fair chance. But it's okay. I can fight against any odds.
You do have people in the locker room backing you up. You got Robbie and Bobby back there, had your back as well. So I think
Greg excellent.
Yeah, Greg excellent. You know, he's looking great, and he's coming out. You know, no more chicken and waffles for him.
Just a chicken.
Just a chicken. Right? Just a healthy baked chicken.
Air fryer. No, air fryer.
Well, air fryer. That's even better for you.
Fry it all up, wrap it in cheese, throw some bacon on it, and then it's good to go.
So he's got some help, and it's going to be the Winter Blast Tour. You got to come out and see it. Wherever we're going to be, in Joppa, in Hollywood, in Delaware, in Manchester, Maryland, you got to come out and see it.
It's going to be a busy January.
It's going to be a busy January.
I can't wait.
It's going to be great. Bruiser, what would you like to add to the proceedings here? We've been grilling you pretty hard. What would you like to tell the MCW podcast listeners, the people who are listening, watching, downloading, subscribing? What would you like to say?
I don't know what any of that stuff means you just said. But
it's all over.
MCW Podcast world, wherever you at. I don't know if you air like on a Monday at 9 p.m. or I don't know what your time schedule is. Like if you could just like it streams or whatever they do with this stuff. I have no idea. But if you're not watching it, you're missing out because you never know who is going to be on the MCW Pro Wrestling Podcast.
I like it. I think
any better than that.
I think that's
our jobs are done.
Yeah,
let's go home.
So Tara?
No, wait, we're not done yet. We're not.
No, we're not done. We are just going to take a break.
My segment's over. It's a segment.
He's got to go back to the MCW Pro Wrestling Training Center and get those youngins that are coming up through the works. He's got to train them. That's
new class start. New class start.
Yeah.
Please come fresh meat.
Fresh meat.
That's an invitation.
On that one.
You want to learn from the red guy? Look how this guy's built. You want to learn from the red guy?
We put all those guys at NXT, guys and girls. We put all those guys and girls over there at Ring of Honor, like MCW Pro Wrestling Training Center. We know what we're doing down there. Me and my main man Dean, we get it done.
Just had to put that out there, man.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us so that we could discuss everything that is coming up on the Winter Blast Tour.
Can I take this with me?
No!
Please don't touch the microphone anymore.
You can have some water.
Okay?
No thanks,
I don't think he's allowed to have that kind of water.
We're like 7 years old.
We're going to take a break. And Mikey D and Deacon Storm, we will be back shortly after this. And thank you again, Bruiser, for joining us. And good luck on the Winter Blast Tour.
Thank you, MCW Pro Wrestling fans, the best fans in the business.
Want to keep up with past and recent MCW Pro Wrestling events? Well, head over to MCWRageTV.com, where you can find appearances by some of your favorite MCW talent, as well as former and current WWE, WCW, Ring of Honor, and Impact superstars. Join now and receive your first 30 days free. That's MCWRageTV.com. Professional wrestling for the next generation.
Welcome back to the MCW Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm Tara, joined by Deacon Storm and Mikey D, and we are here to discuss the results of the New Year's Mayhem at Perry Hall High School.
Oh my God, what an event, right, Mike?
It was awesome.
Oh my God.
Packed to the rafters.
Yeah, well, they were standing up behind the rafters, Mikey. I've never seen that before. Not only did they go from the bottom to the top, they went above the top.
They did.
Just like the majority of the MCW talent did.
Now, I will say there were signs posted everywhere, no standing
in
this area. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody wanted to come out and be a part of
They all wanted to see.
Yeah.
That's true. They all wanted to get the best view of the house. They wanted to be able to see.
Be safe.
That's right.
So hey, we're gonna start off.
Can I thank the Bruiser real quick? Thank the Bruiser for being right here and sitting next to me, and I appreciate it.
Actually, let me thank the Bruiser for not sitting next to me, because that was great, man. Like I didn't want him like grabbing on me and stuff.
He might have hit you in the face.
Wow.
He might have like clocked you one.
You guys validate parking?
Okay, all right, well, Bruiser's
still here.
He's still back here. Oh my God.
I'll make sure he gets out of the parking lot.
I'm sure you will.
Let me send him a message and direction.
Wait, you have his phone number? What do you guys like?
I'm going to do it on Facebook. Yeah, I'm going to send Facebook instant messenger. I don't have a
Snapchat?
I don't do Snapchat.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about the Snapchat thing.
I do.
Okay.
I'm sure that you do.
But thank you, Bruiser. We appreciate you, and we look forward to having you handle the entire cartel. Deacon Storm, why don't you take us into that review that you were talking about?
The review of MCW's New Year's Mayhem. It was Saturday, December 21st, 29th, 2018.
I think you're still on the AF tour.
I'm always on the AF tour.
So, with this water that I'm drinking right here.
Yes, and the first match. Bull Dakota with JP Callahan took on Brandon Scott, our favorite 10 times Shamrock Memorial Cup finalist. All the time.
You just always think he's going to come up second best. One day he's going to grab that brass ring and he's going to come and he's going to put it right in your face and say, "See?"
Well, until that happens, we can go ahead and talk about him getting the pinfall.
He won.
He did.
He won.
It was a hard-fought victory, man. Bull Dakota took it to him.
He did. And it was a great match. It was a great match to open up. As I said, the crowd was still coming in at that point in time.
But they were on fire.
Yeah,
the noise.
They were.
On fire.
It was loud in that place.
Well,
and they were loud for Brandon Scott.
Brandon Scott has always had the MCW fans behind him. Mm-hmm. He really has. They have always supported him. They have followed his journey. And, you could tell, not just that night, but every night that he has ever been in competition here at MCW.
I'm just saying, the Cleveland Browns fill their stadium too. So, moving on.
Wait a minute. You want to mention what's going on for Brandon Scott because we actually just talked about it with the Bruiser.
I know. I was gonna wait, but yeah, let's
talk about the brass ring.
Okay, that brass ring. If you think that I think that's happening,
no, I don't think you think that's happening.
Oh, I do not. But Brandon Scott's going to be taking on Dante Caballero for the MCW Heavyweight Championship. El Jefe!
During the Winter Blast Tour.
The first stop?
The first stop. Right here in Joppa, Maryland.
Joppa. Man. So that's going to be wonderful. I'll tell you what, Brandon Scott put on a very impressive performance against Nick Aldis for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. So, you know what?
Should have won that one too.
I know it's going to be a great match. I know it's going to be.
You know it's going to be a great match, but you think Dante.
But I also know the outcome.
You know that El Jefe is going to come out on top. That's what you're going to say.
Well,
you're going to have to come to Winter Blast to find out.
The question is, will Dante do it on his own, or will he require the assistance of the cartel?
Always. I can answer that. I can answer that with total certainty. Of course, he's going to do it on his own.
You're full of it. Full of it.
Come on.
Did you see? Wait till we get to the end of the New Year's Mayhem recap. You'll see if about him doing it on his own.
All right, well, we will see. Sorry, moving on.
Go ahead.
Bobby, the sickness. I like to call him the thickness. That's a big boy. Okay? That's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
The sickness. And Tito Santana, WWE Hall of Famer.
That's right.
Ah, very exciting. Arriba.
Took on the cartel.
And who won?
Well, I'll tell you why.
I didn't ask you why. I said who won.
All right, I'll answer the question. Bobby, sickness, Tito.
That's right.
They came out victorious.
They sure did.
Tito decided he wanted to stomp on people's genitals at the end of the match a couple times. I saw it. I don't understand what that was all about. I guess that's what we do in the Hall of Fame, but that's cool too.
It is possible that members of the cartel deserved it. Just saying.
Like I said before on the podcast, I'm really good friends with Lore Diaz. Lore Diaz. And I don't know. I beg to differ. I know that guy. I know him. I know his heart.
You don't know the backstory.
He's got a big heart.
You don't know. He's got some darkness behind him, just like all of them do.
Oh man.
Okay.
That's just wrong.
Well, you know the winners: Bobby, Sickness, Tito Santana. The winners.
But I will say this though. I am very as a performer. You know, when you get in front of your hometown crowd, like the Sickness did, I want to bring this up. The Sickness is a graduate of Perry Hall High School, and he not only got to debut at his alma mater,
right?
He finished that match off with the spear.
He sure did.
Got the pinfall. It was a big spear. I don't want to take that.
That was a big night for him.
It was. He was back. He was fired up. He was fired up.
He was out at intermission signing autographs. You know, that was a pretty cool experience for him.
So that was great. So, and now we're going to talk about the Rage Television Championship.
All right. If we have to.
As the King, Ryan McBride, with Andy Weinberg.
Do we have to say his name?
Hey.
Took on Joe Keys.
Look at me. You see this? Every time.
Took on Joe Keys.
You see this?
And Joe Keys came out with former WWE Women's Champion Melina. That was a nice little surprise.
Yes.
You know? I mean, and an amazing match. But what happened, Mike? What happened, Tara?
Well, you know, I'm just going to say...
Actually, no. I'm going to stop you. And I'm going to let Tara take us to the next segment, which is the interview that you and I did with the King.
That's right. You met up with the King.
And the winner.
After the match.
So, I guess we'll let the interview do the talking, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it.
All right. Now these words from Andy Weinberg and King Ryan McBride.
Hey everybody, Deacon Storm here for the MCW Podcast, and I've never been this excited. I'm here with the King, my King, your King, the reigning, defending, undisputed MCW Rage Television Champion, and still, after defeating Joe Keys tonight, Mikey D, something that you said he wouldn't do. You said it, it's on film.
I take it back. He is still the MCW Rage TV champion, and a big reason for that is for our other guy right here sitting in the rainbow suit.
What the hell does that mean?
Wait, let me just give him a proper introduction. His
Let
name
me
is
introduce myself.
I'm sorry.
I am the winner, Andy Weinberg, and I represent the MCW Rage TV champion, the greatest man in MCW history, the King.
The King.
You should bow to the King.
Bow, get down on your knees.
Ryan
right now.
McBride.
Right now.
Deacon, I got one question for you.
Yes, sir.
What's it like to work with a man dressed like Pee Wee Herman?
Oh my God, let me tell you something.
Connect the dots, right?
I have been trying for years, Andy, to get this guy to fix his whatever that is. Look at this. Look at what stands before you. Greatness.
This is winning right here. Don't you understand? It doesn't matter who comes in our way. At the end of the day, the king, Deacon, you know it.
I do.
Put up the W, boys. Not you, because you're a loser.
Put it down, baby,
right?
for you.
It's all about winning.
Come on, we got sandwiches to eat.
With extra
Hey, can I get one of those? Oh, did Rosario make one? Let me
Hey, what? Did you? Okay, sorry, I'm a little lost for words because when you saw that, yes, we were doing some great backstage stuff at New Year's Mayhem, but you know, all three of those guys, the winner, who's a loser in my book, and the king, who's not a king in my book, and this guy right here just abandoned me to go get some sandwiches.
Turkey, tomato, light mayo with a little bit of oil and vinegar on rye. Rosaria can make a hell of a sandwich, Mike.
And you didn't even bring me any leftovers.
Of course not. When have I ever brought you food?
Never. You've always taken my food, but you never bring me some of your own. So,
Yes.
Maybe we should leave the domestic disputes for on your own time, guys.
I'm sorry. Okay, so as we found out, the winner of that match was actually the winner and the king. So they came out on top, and he kept his MCW Rage Television Championship.
Yes, he did. Now, Great Excellent and Tommy Dreamer, Extreme Rules, but not so fast.
I love
Jimmy
this.
and Steve, the Hellcats, were like, nah, bruh, we're having this catch canned. Did I put a D on the end of that?
I think you did. I don't think it's supposed to be a deal.
Wow, I got really excited. I got really excited. You know, because I love wrestling. I don't need that garbage. I don't need any trash cans in the ring. I don't need kendo sticks.
Okay.
It was wrestling.
All right. This was advertised as an Extreme Rules match. And it had Tommy Dreamer in it, the king of Extreme, the hardcore icon. So, you know, he did agree to let this match, and Greg Excellent agreed to let this match go catch as catch can. But you see how long that lasted.
Not long enough in my book.
There was some great mat wrestling in this match, but you know what? They still had an Extreme Rules match. There was no disqualification. Out came the kendo sticks and the trash cans and the bell for the ring. Yeah. I mean, so much came out.
Yeah, there was a lot. And from what I understand, as I was watching, I think Jimmy probably needed to be carried out of there because he was sent into the trash can, fell into the corner, and then Greg Excellent, thankfully, 103.7 or something like that pounds lighter, did the cannonball on him, and that was it.
If he weighed what he weighed about a year ago, that would have probably killed him.
I don't think Jimmy would have walked out.
No.
Right.
So Jimmy got lucky.
Yeah, he did.
But he also got beat. So did Sexy Steve.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So, more tag team action as G Money. Chief Ed.
I'm a fan.
Dirty Money.
Dirty Money.
That's right.
Like I told you before, two of the most dangerous men in tag team wrestling.
I agree.
Between them.
They're dangerous.
I think they're really finding their niche together. They
Yes,
really
they are.
are getting into a groove, and it's been enjoyable to watch them working so well together.
Yes, absolutely. And for the fact that they've, between them, I think I heard earlier it was something like 11 tag team championships between them.
Wow.
Lots of experience.
Something like that. There's something like that. My numbers may be
So
off.
that means they've lost
because
it
I got
11 times, right?
Yeah.
Well, yes, I do know how to do math. So
Yes, you do. I mean, my numbers might be off because I got them from Sean Cradle. But as far as from what I understand, that's what it is.
Sorry, Sean.
But they are dangerous, and like I said, they're so dangerous that they pinned the first time father and son tag team of future, in my opinion, WWE Hall of Famer.
I agree.
Former King of the Ring, Billy Gunn.
And his son.
Awesome.
Yes.
And man, his son really impressed me.
Yeah.
Very impressive talent.
That was the first time I've ever seen him in the ring, period, and I don't know how often that they've tag teamed together, but he was very impressive. I've really enjoyed that. And they did come up on the losing end. They did not get the victory, but they did get the last word. Actually, they got 2 words.
Yeah.
Can I repeat that? I mean, the Bruiser already broke the PG.
Look, our rating is already skyrocketed. He got 4 B words. You know, we're not allowed anything else. So
you know the 2 words they had for
yes,
you.
Right.
yes, they did. And if you don't, I'll take this one.
You go ahead. You know where I'm going with that.
If you don't, you can check it out on Rage TV. Get a free subscription, first 30 days for free, and then $4.99 a month after that.
That's right.
So that's where I was going. I knew.
And actually, on Rage TV, you will find many episodes that feature Billy Gunn because he has been a repeat performer here at MCW for years.
Yeah, former two-time
MCW tag team champion.
And Rage
champion.
Yes, yes.
And Rage
This is a
champion,
place
correct?
to be. I mean, if you weren't at Perry Hall at New Year's Mayhem, I mean, most of the world was there because that place was packed. But you
Well, how
got
about at least just
the
Perry Hall?
world.
at least the world. Most of the world was there. Everybody. I'm excited. There's a lot of people.
I'm all for hyperbole, but come on.
I don't
The
think
world.
he gets out much.
That's why I don't invite him.
He gets out much.
That's why you need to invite me so I get out more.
No.
Storm, please. Y'all
Okay.
need to treat me better. Come on.
Sons of Savagery, the current.
No.
I'm gonna
No.
remind you again. The current.
No.
Now see, Tara, you weren't here last time, but this guy was just like,
I was-
they're the former tag.
I was foreshadowing. And I'm still foreshadowing. They're going to lose it.
I mean, have you seen them? Have you looked at them? Have you seen them?
I've seen them and I've heard them.
I just want to ask you, who do you think can take them down? I'm just curious, who you think would really give them a run for their money and take those championships away from them? Because they are strong, they are powerful, they are driven.
Fast.
I mean, they've got everything put together. So who do you see in MCW taking that away from them?
I saw Rush Hour doing it. Honestly. Hot boy, come on.
Come on.
I saw them do
Come
it.
on.
I saw them do it. They didn't do it. They put up a good fight.
They have faced them multiple times, actually, and still.
That's why I think they had the edge, but they didn't win. But you know what? It's why. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because by any means necessary.
That was Tommy's head.
This is true.
Yeah,
Wow.
there was a little bit of a splat.
Wow.
Yeah, that was bad.
By any means necessary.
And that's why they kept the MCW Tag Team Championships.
correct. That's
But who
correct.
can take them down? There's a lot of tag teams up and coming. We talked about some of them earlier in the show here. You know, we're going to talk about more, but there's definitely a two-person combination that can take them down, and they will take them down because they don't have good morals. They're not good people. That's why they're not great people. By any means necessary. Come on now.
That just seems like they're very
We need
driven. They have lots of ambition. I don't think that
They have
means they're
ambition.
bad people.
Thank you for being here, Tara, please. But I would have walked
See?
out again. I would have walked out.
And he wouldn't have brought me a sandwich.
Nope. Not after saying some garbage like that.
But, you know, the Sons of Savagery won, and they're going to be defending their titles probably all the way through the Winter Blast Tour, which we're going to talk about sometime soon.
Well,
But
they did have a backstage altercation with the Hellcats.
you know,
So-
I heard.
Yeah, it was definitely before the Hellcats tag match with Greg and Tommy. But they did have a backstage altercation. I know you witnessed
I
it
was
yourself.
there.
You were there. So was Rosaria, and it got a little heated. And it looks like the Sons of Savagery will be defending their MCW Tag Team Championships against the Hellcats on the Winter Blast Tour.
Now that seems like that could be a likely team to take them away. I mean, the Hellcats have been the tag team champions before. I know this because I was their manager at that time. So, you know, they definitely have got it in them. And they are super driven and motivated. And they have been without a title for, it's been a bit now. So,
Yeah.
you
It's
know,
time-
they're
it's time,
hungry.
Tara.
They want it. So I think it's entirely possible that THC could be the ones to take them down.
I will agree
Thank you
with
both.
Tara. I will agree with Tara, not just because she's a redhead, but I will agree with Tara because you always have that dark horse. Sometimes you just never see it coming. You're like, man, the Hellcats, they were like on kind of like a losing streak, and then all of a sudden they get a title shot. Like this might be the prime opportunity for them to take it from the Sons of Savagery.
They've been together for a long time, and they are
Very
smart.
Very smart dudes. Very smart dudes.
Can't wait to see it on the Winter Blast Tour.
Now, it's ladies' night as Gia Scott, the MCW Women's Champion, the greatest damn woman, takes on
He got the digits.
the Women of Honor.
No, I don't think
He didn't get the digits? Ooh, he put you on blast.
No, she knows. Trust me.
I'm 100% sure.
Gia Scott, the MCW Women's Champion, takes on the Women of Honor World Champion, Kelly Klein. And this was really unexpected. The fans there. And this is why you need to start coming. Don't just, get your Rage TV subscription, but you need to start coming to our shows because you never know what you're going to be in the building for. As unexpectedly, Kelly Klein put the Women of Honor World Championship on the line. Gia Scott, the greatest damn woman, within her first year, not only takes the MCW Women's Championship, but gets a world title shot in her rookie year.
That's impressive.
The greatest damn woman.
They made it happen. But there was another little caveat to this match. And before we talk about this match. You know, I think we should throw it to that caveat because you and I had a conversation.
Yes, we will certainly do.
And this is something we're going to agree on.
It was a deep conversation.
It was not too deep, but deep.
It was deep enough.
So we got to talk to Mandy Leon, who was a special guest referee for that match, and yeah,
things got a little heated. Just not in your seat, like.
I mean, they were heated in my.
For real.
I'll tell you.
Okay,
let's throw it to this interview.
Sorry. Calm yourselves down.
I'm a little excited.
Off.
I mean, we have a beautiful woman sitting right here with us.
Mandy Leon is very attractive. They're all very attractive. But why don't we take a moment and you guys cool yourselves off, get a drink of water or whatever, and let's hear from Mandy Leon herself. We caught up with her backstage before the match took place, and let's see what she has to say.
Goodness. Hey MCW, Deacon Storm, Mikey D. MCW Podcast, as you can see, we're very, very happy to have the wonderful, beautiful, very talented Mandy Leon joining us here on the MCW Podcast. Mandy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us, of course. So
I gotta point this out, she smells really good. So this
thank you.
I'm just saying.
I didn't want to be a creep like you, but
I'm
yes,
not creeping.
As long as I'm not funky.
No, you're not funky. That's
real good.
He gets real funky on Saturday nights. So you're here. You're back with MCW. You're back with MCW. How's it feel to be back with us again?
This is so much fun. I feel like the last time I was at MCW.
That's all right. She's enamored by us now.
I'm excited, yeah. Wrestling-wise, I think my last time here was 2014, like when I first started wrestling.
It's been a while. We were wrestling, yeah.
Yeah, and I did a signing here since then.
It was a tribute to the legends. I remember that. It was the last time I saw you.
So it's
tribute
crazy. It's so cool to be back.
Yeah, and we love having you here. And you know, and with your travels with Ring of Honor, you've been with them for a while.
She's a woman of honor.
You are a woman
Deacon
of
Storm.
honor. I don't want to get that wrong.
I'm the queen of honor.
See what you did?
I just brought it up to another level. I'm sorry. She's making us both look bad.
Well, I mean, obviously.
But let's talk about Ring of Honor, seriously.
Yeah, so MCW, of course, has been named as one of the 4 companies whose schools have we're funneling up to Ring of Honor. How does that make you feel that now that there's so much more female talent that is coming up on its way up to be with you?
I think it's great. I think one of my main things in Ring of Honor is just being the founding mother, as they say, of the Women of Honor division. And starting with ROH, I was the only female there. I was the only female in training. I was the only female at the tryout camps, at the shows. And there wasn't a lot of opportunity for me. And I just really wanted a women's division there.
Yes.
And once everything came about, long story short, we had the first Ring of Honor all-women's camp where all of these women came to try out, and it literally brought me to tears. It was so emotional.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, to see where it started, and now to we have all these schools that we're working with, Maryland Championship Wrestling. Now I'm excited to see who's going to come up to Ring of Honor from the women's division here. Yeah, maybe Gia Scott or something.
Oh, and that was actually going to lead. That was going to lead to my next question. She calls herself the greatest damn woman for being. This is her first year, and she's already at the top of our women's division. Here's the Ring of Honor. I'm sorry, Ring of Honor in the future, I'm sure. Yeah. But the MCW Women's Champion. So with that being said, tonight here at New Year's Mayhem, you are refereeing a match of hers. And just how does that make you feel for the future of is that someone that you're on the lookout for?
Definitely. I mean, I did see this promo that she cut on me in regards to this match, saying she'll smack me around the ring when she's done with Kelly. So I don't know. I feel like she kind of rubbed me the wrong way at first. I gotta say. So we'll see how this goes, reffing this and calling it down the line. But if she can back the talk up, then I'd like to see her.
I think for you, I think you're up to the challenge. I mean, look, I am a big fan of the Greatest Damn Woman, but right now, I'm sorry, I'm kind of partial because you're sitting right next to me. I kind of hope that she doesn't lay a hand on you. But maybe I'll pull her aside.
I want to go on that. So you're the special guest referee. Guest referee. So if either one of these ladies gets physical
can't touch me.
with you,
ref rules, right?
That's right.
Well, that's the rules. You are enforcing the rules.
Exactly.
But if one of them tries to get physical with you, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna back off? Or are you gonna back them off? Or are you gonna say, "Hey, I'm Mandy Leon. Come on."
I gotta say, you just don't touch me. Just don't touch me.
You know why? She's a woman of honor, Mike.
She's the queen of honor. She said it herself.
Yes.
Look at that.
The founding mother. founding mother. So by this point, everyone who has this video is not going to air until after New Year's Mayhem. So I do want to say to everyone, if you want to see what happened in the ring with Mandy Leon, Gia Scott, and Kelly Klein.
Yes.
Check it out, Rage TV, MCWRageTV.com. And of course, everything else is on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. And we just wanted to get that out there. I know what I said off air, Mikey, but we just want to get it out there. But man,
and MCWProWrestling.com.
Thank you so much.
And subscribe.
Subscribe.
That's awesome.
Subscribe.
That is the word of the day. Considering you were called Pee Wee Herman earlier, that is the word of the day. There you go. So Mandy, thank you so much for joining us here on the MCW podcast.
You know what? I'm reffing tonight, but I feel like maybe in the future, if she does want to get in my face a little bit in this match, we can handle it in the ring.
Can I speculate for a second?
Speculate.
Please? Can I speculate that there's a possibility in the future that we can have Mandy Leon versus Gia Scott?
I mean, we'll see.
And there's a possibility in the future that the next time that we interview Mandy Leon, she could be the MCW Women's Champion. How about that for speculation?
You know what? I like.
Do you like the gold?
I do. And you know what? The blue looks really good with my hair.
It is a really good blue.
I like the idea.
How about this blue? Does this blue work out?
It does.
Yes. Might have a little cat hair on it, but all right. We should probably stop right there.
She's a busy woman. She's got things to do.
Yes. So once again, thank you guys. We're gonna throw it back to us in the studio, right?
That's right. At the MCW Pro Wrestling Podcast. Mandy Leon.
Thank you guys.
Mandy Leon.
So Mike,
You guys okay?
yeah.
What happened? I blinked out for a little bit.
No, okay. All right, back to the greatest damn woman ever.
Can we thank Mandy Leon first of all for sitting down with us and
we can
sitting down with us and
she
sat with us.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. So
New Year's Mayhem.
As she said, she did say what would happen if Gia Scott got in her face, and Gia Scott got in her face.
She sure did.
And things didn't turn out well for the greatest damn woman. But she not only did not take the Women of Honor World Championship from Kelly, but she also caught it at the end for Mandy Leon. So it was a rough night.
It was a good night for the fans. I mean, they got to experience this. The MCW Pro Wrestling faithful. I mean, that was a fun, and like I said, out of nowhere, it became a championship match.
A world championship.
World,
right.
See, world. That's now I can bring that world in. World.
That's very important.
And that is one thing that is unique to MCW. We have worked with stars from other promotions for years, and multiple times we have seen their titles defended here in MCW as well.
True.
So if you're not watching these shows, you really need to check this out, because that is something unique to MCW, and it says a lot about, you know, not just our stars that we have here, but just our working relationships with other promotions. So, you know, thanks to Ring of Honor for allowing that match to happen as well.
Tara, very well said.
Thank you, Tara.
Thank you very much, Ring of Honor, for giving the opportunity to put on a showcase like that at MCW New Year's Mayhem. And now we are at the main event. It's El Jefe, Dante Caballero, Sans the Cartel. There was no cartel out there. I didn't see them. Taking on...
Are you blind?
What?
Are you blind? Do you need glasses?
Look, man. They came in. They came out there. They came in when they needed.
Bruiser's not here now, so I guess you can speak up.
You damn straight.
All right, fine.
All right.
You know he left the building. He's out of the party.
He knows because he's like Facebook friends with them.
I know,
so they
I
keep
know.
tabs with each other, so he knows that he left the building.
Yeah.
I bet you he's waiting for him to call him when he gets home and be like, I'm home. I got home safely.
You know, I appreciate him.
And people say that I'm biased. People say that I'm biased. It's ridiculous.
Keep going.
Dante Caballero took on the Bruiser. And I'm going to let you tell what happened, man.
Well, first of all,
What happened?
I don't need these. What do I need those for? The Bruiser won the match.
Yep, he sure did. And now we can go. We can take a break. Can we take a break?
I'm not. No. We are not done. The Bruiser won the match because there was so much outside interference by the cartel. And the cartel. And the cartel. And the cartel. All of them. Pulling the referee out. We talked about this with the Bruiser. Pulling ref back out of the ring. Ringing the bell on the other side of the ring. Are you kidding me? The Bruiser had the championship in his grasp. Two times since tapping out. Come on. How are you going to defend anything? He's not sitting here right now. Say what you want to say.
I didn't defend anything.
You didn't defend the cartel?
It was deplorable.
You didn't defend El Jefe?
It was deplorable what happened to Ref Beck. I'll say that. Okay? That should not have happened to Ref Beck.
Okay.
Never.
And?
Ever.
But
she was okay enough at the end of the match to raise the hand. Right?
I'm not really okay with what happened to Portia. I don't think that was appropriate at all.
I feel like, because I think I've seen that happen to you like 6 times and I've been here for a year.
Can we not talk about about that.
Okay. All right.
I think that it's degrading to women, and I for one am sorry that Portia had to go through that.
She wasn't asking for it?
Not at all.
Okay.
She's loyal. Look, the thing you have to remember, and I have been a part of several factions in MCW before, okay? The success of these types of factions depends on everybody working together as a cohesive unit. So sometimes you just do what needs to be done to help your team win, okay? I'm not here to judge. I respect people who can get it together and take care of their team and make sure that everybody comes out on top. I have mad respect for people like that. That said, I don't think that she was treated with respect. I mean, we're in this age of Me Too and everything, and I just don't think that we should be out there advocating that kind of behavior towards a beautiful woman such as Portia.
I'm just going to say this. I'm not going to say it because 10 years from now, I don't want this clip to resurface. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. Go for it, Mikey.
I'm just going to say, you talk about factions coming together. Well, I think MCW came together at the end of that because Bruiser was not out there alone.
This is true.
He had Robbie and Bobby. He had Greg Excellent. And he had the hardcore icon, Tommy Dreamer. And they all came out, and I'm sure the rest of the locker room was ready to come out and get on the side of the Bruiser because it's the cartel versus the world. I'm just going to put that out there right now. They can get all the numbers they want, but there's still more people in that MCW locker room than they have. So the Bruiser is going to get his chance to get that MCW Heavyweight Championship back. He is going to get his chance against the entire cartel, and he's going to win. And it might be on this Winter Blast tour. We do not know.
We don't know because, as he mentioned earlier, Phil Stamper is not returning his call.
Phil!
So, we don't know what's going to happen yet.
Phil!
Look, Phil's a hard guy to get hold of. He's on TV. He looks like Howie Mandel. I mean, he's got a lot of things going on.
I mean, I talked to him yesterday.
You did?
Yeah.
Ooh. Wait a minute. What?
Ooh.
What happened?
He returns my messages.
Ooh. Man. I'm glad you waited to say that one.
I need a drink.
Yeah. All right. So, as far as I'm concerned, I think we should go break on that one.
All right. Well, we will take a break then. The MCW Podcast. We will be back in just a few minutes. Welcome back to the MCW Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm Tara, here with Deacon Storm and Mikey D. We have been discussing everything that happened at New Year's Mayhem.
That's why we're dressed so snazzy.
That's right, we are.
That's right.
Looking good here today, guys.
Here comes 2019.
Yes, it is here. So, Winter Blast, Mikey.
Winter Blast. It's going to be a great tour. As I said, we got 4 dates coming up in MCW Pro Wrestling, 4 different locations. So many superstars. We're just going to hit on some of the finer points here.
Let's talk about those locations real quick, though.
Yeah, let's talk about the locations. So, right here in Joppa, Maryland, on Friday, January 18th. Yeah. Then we've got Hollywood. Hollywood. They love us in Hollywood. On Saturday, January 19th. Then get a little break and come back next week, next Friday, at the Delaware Auto Exchange on Friday, January 25th. Then very next night, Manchester Valley High School, Manchester, Maryland, Saturday, January 26th. So much action.
Nobody doesn't like us. Nobody.
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 Come out. It's the greatest show in the world. It's the greatest live event to come to. You gotta feel it. You gotta be here. You gotta witness it.
Yes.
Man.
And more than likely, I'll say this, more than likely, you're gonna see my sexy behind, her sexy behind, well, sorry. And, well, this guy. Why so?
Well, we'll see, Mikey D.
I'm just saying. But I will say this for the fans, just to get them ready. We have a live version of this podcast coming up very soon on the Winter Blast Tour. So we'll keep you posted, but keep your eyes open because it's coming. And you fans are going to absolutely love it.
I'm excited.
Love it. I'm excited too.
This podcast is blowing up, man.
Yes, it is.
We're on the YouTube.
Yes, we're on SoundCloud. And SoundCloud. So if you want to hear it, SoundCloud, like if you're on your way to work, listen to it on SoundCloud. If you want to see it, YouTube it. You know where to go. MCW Pro Wrestling on YouTube.
Yeah. So we're going to tell you about all the outlets you can find MCW Pro Wrestling at the end of this. You probably already know a lot of them, but we're going to tell you anyway.
Yes, we are. So yeah, let's get back to Winter Blast.
Winter Blast. Okay, so you know the first 2 nights of Winter Blast is going to have one of my favorites, Big Papa Pump.
Big Papa.
Scott Steiner.
Man.
Come on, man.
Bro.
The big bad.
That's a big dude.
Booty daddy.
Big bad booty daddy.
He's huge. Going to come with a chainmail on his head.
He's really good at math. Too.
Is he?
He's really good at math.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Just like Tara. Tara's good at math.
Yeah,
we proved this earlier.
Yeah.
I am good at math.
That's right.
Thank you.
He tells he has a great math equation if you guys look it up.
Okay.
But you know who else is going to be at those first 2 nights of the Winter Blast Tour?
Who's that?
The Mouth of the South.
Mouth of the South.
Yes,
put
right.
an F at the end of it.
Mouth.
Take that TH out, put an F at the end
of the South.
Mouth of the South.
It's not the same when he says it.
I know. He
Yeah.
says soul. He's missing the soul.
I got soul. I got rhythm. let's move on.
Yeah.
Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart's going to be there.
Jimmy Hart.
That is great. He's going to bring the megaphone.
Yeah.
And he's going to be there. And you know, I want to throw this shout out. We missed this earlier. Mean Gene Okerlund, rest in peace. I mean, seriously, we've got to throw that shout out.
Yeah, we do.
He was here.
In these very chairs.
Right here.
In this exact spot.
He was
In this exact spot.
Yeah.
Not even a month ago, but you know, and just hanging out with us and telling stories.
Oh, he was great.
Doing front stage stuff, backstage stuff, hanging out. I mean, come on, man.
He said, "Who's next? Who wants to interview me next?" He was such a delight back here.
Yeah.
It was absolutely our pleasure to have him.
So you know, of course, our thoughts go out to the families and you know all the fans, just like us, of you know the greatest of all time with that in his profession, Mean Gene Okerlund.
We try to fill his shoes because we're kind of doing some of the same stuff that he did here, doing the interviews.
Yeah, I've been a backstage interviewer before, multiple times. I have at various points in my career here at MCW.
So I can definitely say
for inspiration.
Exactly. I was just about to say that we can all say that we have looked to him for the way, whether come from speech pattern, how we dress, how we look,
how we try to bring you into a conversation.
Yeah,
we try to dig it up.
Honestly, and it's little things. How you stand with the microphone when you're talking to the guests. How it's just everything that he did and exemplified is something that we aspire to do.
Thank you, Mean Gene.
Thank you very much. Now, as we're coming back from that, we're going to talk about the future now with the Winter Blast.
That's right, and so that's just the first couple of nights.
Well, wait. Before we move on to the
go
next
ahead.
nights, I have something that the two of you might be interested to know about.
What we got? Well, you got.
Wow.
Real quick, fans. Tara does have the inside scoop, and a lot of things. She's been here for a while, so there's a lot of things that the brass tells her that they don't tell us. So
True that.
Please listen up. I can't wait to hear this.
What's up?
So I know how you both appreciate a beautiful woman, and MCW has delivered yet again, and they are bringing the beautiful Scarlett Bordeaux. Impact Wrestling superstar will be making her debut in MCW.
Excuse me.
And she will be appearing in ring. Deacon? Okay. Well, he's very excited by this, and I think that our fans are going to be very excited as well. I see you're speechless, Mikey. I see it. You're completely speechless. Now, for our fans who have not met Scarlett Bordeaux before, please check her out. You can call her. She's got a show that she does on Impact Wrestling as her role there. So we are all looking forward to that. So
Winter Blast. This is going to be hot.
It's not going to be cold. It's going to be hot.
The hottest winter ever. Emma, Scarlet Bordeaux. You hear that, Mikey? Scarlet Bordeaux.
What happened?
Scarlet Bordeaux, that's what happened. So what else we got? What else hold on for a second.
Now you can move on to the following weekend.
Yes, I do want to say this one though because it's something I heard. I heard, Bruiser mentioned it. We mentioned it with Bruiser before, but I want to remind the fans. We don't know who's going to be in it, but there is a steel cage that is coming with us on the tour. Mm-hmm. We don't know what's going to happen with it, but there is going to be a steel cage there. So you can guarantee that somebody is going to taste some steel on the Winter Blast Tour.
And that's definitely going to happen in Delaware and Manchester.
Or we don't know.
We don't know. We know it's definitely, when you look at the MCW Pro Wrestling marketing that's out there, and we thank everybody who worked on that very much. It's definitely on those two on the 25th and the 26th. But you never know. That steel cage can follow us anywhere.
Look. Cards subject to change. All I know is that cage is coming.
But when that happens, it's always a good thing.
Yes.
So, can I just throw a few more names out there?
Of course you can.
How about the Boogie Man?
Ooh, he's coming back.
The Boogie
Not
Man.
here. Not to Java.
Oh, yeah.
Not right
on
here.
the tour. He's coming on the tour.
That's right. He's coming to Delaware.
All right.
He's coming to get you.
He's coming to get you.
He's coming to get me.
Yes.
On the Winter Blast tour. You never know. But, and of course, all of your favorite MCW superstars. But, we got one more on the Winter Blast tour. On the 26th.
I want to write this down. Scarlet Bordeaux.
Right.
Scott Steiner.
Right.
Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the South.
Mouth of the South.
He still doesn't do it right.
Mouth of the South. Boogie Man. I got one more.
What else we got, man?
How about Victoria? How about Victoria? You got to go again.
Excuse me.
I'm not.
Wow, and really I expected this from you. I thought that,
See, I got blown up with the Scarlet Bordeaux thing, and I was already on tilt with the Mandy Leon thing. But Victoria as well, fantastic. WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy Hart's going to be there as well, and also the Boogeyman. It's so many names. But how about all of your favorite MCW supers? We're talking about the MCW superstars now. Storm, he's got a welcome back to the. I saw something called Tape Face on America's Got Talent one time. This is what this reminds me of. He's writing it down. Hashtag me too. We can take over from here as long as, because you're going to take that off, it's going to hurt.
He's got facial hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you're still waiting for yours to come in. But
I'm trying.
He's got
I still got the baby
so.
face.
Yeah.
That's a good term for pro wrestling, baby face. No, but it's going to be a great Winter Blast tour, and you can get your tickets on a lot of different places, including MCWProWrestling.com, which I'm sure I'm going to say again on this podcast. Where else can we get tickets, Tara? I'm sure there's some other places we can find tickets through the MCW channels.
Well, the MCW website is obviously the first place you go to. You can also go straight to Mission Tix. You can look us up on missiontix.com. We are there too. And also, if you are a veteran, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but if you are a veteran, retired, active duty military, or first responders now, you can go to vettix.org and you can request free tickets to any of our shows. Now, I will tell you this, the quantities are limited. So you want to get on this right away. But if you head over there to that website, and if you are eligible for it, you just have to sign up, and then you have access to tons of different events. But MCW is there, so we honor our first responders and our active duty and retired military at every single show. So again, that's vettix.org if you want to pick up some complimentary tickets as our way of saying thank you for all that you've done for us.
Yes, thank you for your service, every single one of you. And we appreciate what you've done for us, what you're doing for us, and what you will do for us. And thank you for your service as well, sir, even though you can't speak right now. But, hey, this has been a great podcast. I think we've gone over so much information. And we're going to bring this podcast back again for episode 5. 5 time. 5 time? 5 time. And we're going to... 5 time. Right, exactly. We're going to do that in the very near future. And don't forget, we are going to have a live version of this podcast on the Winter Blast Tour. So do not miss that. Don't miss any of those events. Be at every single one of them, please. So, do you want to take that off at all? I mean, it might hurt, but do you want to...
Can I pull it?
You want... Go? Oh, boy. Oh!
Look, you got little hairs.
Oh! I gotta say I enjoyed that a little bit.
I kind of did too.
So, give it up right there. That's good stuff. All right, thank you. How you doing there, Storm? No, okay. Still not gonna talk. He took it off and helped out. But hey, we want to thank everybody for tuning into this podcast, listening to it, looking at it, downloading it, subscribing to it, and we appreciate you being here, Tara, to kind of, be the middle ground.
Somebody has to babysit.
Somebody's got to. I mean, the Bruiser was here, but he's not here to babysit. He's here to take care of business.
Clearly.
So we appreciate that, and I want to have my birthday party here, Tara. Can you please? You're the person to go to about this. I talked about this on the last podcast. We can do every party, graduation party, bachelor, bachelorette, birthday, whatever you want to celebrate. We're here for you, right?
Something that has been popular this year has actually been sports team parties. So we have done Cub Scout parties, football team parties, wrestling team parties, indoor soccer parties, baseball team parties. So it's a great way to bring everybody out, and we're very accommodating. We've done like team building exercises. We've incorporated award ceremonies into the party. So, it's really a one-of-a-kind experience, just like our live events.
Please do that. How do we find you? How do we find this? I mean, we go all of our resources, of course, the website.
Yes. Well, there's a special tab on the website. If you go to MCWProWrestling.com, right next to where it says the roster, you can see a tab that says birthday parties. You can put in your information there, your requested party date. You can check out. We have great reviews from our party guests. They leave them there. Go under testimonials. You can take a look at what other people have said about attending our events. Also, you can check it out on Facebook as well under the reviews. We have lots of party reviews there too. So Facebook Messenger is one way, and the website will take you right there to an email link, and it'll come directly to me. So you can put in your request there, and I'll contact you right away.
The hostess with the mostest.
The birthday parties are so much fun. We were here yesterday, had a great time, and I can't talk enough about them. So.
Fantastic. I love it. You ready to drop in yet?
Do you have any chapstick?
You don't have chapstick?
It's in the car.
I thought it was always party time with you. Anyway, hey, why don't you help take us home since you haven't been talking for a couple minutes?
All right. From us, Tara, Mikey D, Deacon Storm, thank you so much for checking out the MCW Pro Wrestling Podcast, Episode 4. We will be back with Episode 5, and that's going to be a live one, so don't you dare miss it. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and what else, Mikey D?
MCWProWrestling.com.